Hey, hoping everyone is good, hoping everyone is great. Listen, shout out to everybody who came to the show in Philly. We had a good old time. And thank you for everyone who poured into me. I love being in intimate spaces. I love to be able to talk to people. I love to connect. I love to hug. I love to touch. I just love to have conversation. And so thank you, Philly, for welcoming me. And thank you just for letting me be in that space. And thank you for every single person who just took the time, out of their schedule on a Friday to come and be in that space. So, yeah, I appreciate you, and I am so humbled. So, my baby, today we're going to talk about something that happens in everyday life, whether we acknowledge it or not, and it's promotion and demotion. And now most people hear those words and immediately think about work. They think about job titles. They think about someone getting a raise, someone moving into management, or somebody losing a position. But promotion and demotion is not just something that happens in an office building. It happens in friendships. It happens in relationships. It happens inside of families. It happens with the way that people access us. And sometimes it even happens in our walk with God. And see, promotion and demotion is really about placement. It's about recognizing who and what belongs in certain positions in your life and having the courage to move things when they no longer fit for you. And baby, there are going to be some parts that are going to be uncomfortable, because a lot of us were raised to believe that longevity equals loyalty. And we were taught that if someone has been around us for a long time, they automatically deserve a permanent seat in our life. But life will teach you something different. Life will show you that time does not always equal alignment. Sometimes someone that you've known for 20 years can treat you with less care than someone who you met 2 months ago. And that realization can shake a lot of people, because it forces you to examine something that may have been void. It asks you to look at the roles that people play in your life and determine if those roles still make sense. And now here's something that I want you to think about. Promotion and demotion in life is rarely about punishment. Most of the time it's about clarity. It's about recognizing where someone belongs in the structure of your life, because every life has structure. And think about a house for a moment. Your living room is open to guests. Your kitchen is where nourishment happens, but your bedroom, now that space is private. Not everybody who enters your house belongs in every room. And life works out that way as well. And some people are meant for the living room of your life. They are welcome. They can visit you and share laughter and conversation, but they are not meant to have full access into your sacred spaces. But sometimes we make the mistake of giving bedroom access to people who only qualified for the living room. And when that happens, chaos follows, because promotion requires a form of responsibility. You cannot promote someone to a deeper level in your life if they do not have the emotional maturity to hold that position. And when we ignore that truth, we often find ourselves exhausted, confused, or even wounded. And I want to talk about friendship. Because friendship is one of those places where promotion and demotion happens the most. There we are with friends that grow with us. There are the people who celebrate your healing, your boundaries, your growth, and also your elevation. Then when you begin to change, they feel threatened by it. They feel inspired by it. And then those are the friends who can be promoted in your life. But then there are friendships where they are built on old versions of you. Maybe the friendship was built on shared pain. Maybe it was built on complaining about life. Maybe it was built on survival seasons where both of you were just trying to get through. And when one person begins to heal, or they grow, or they evolve, sometimes the friendship struggles to survive that change. That doesn't make you or that person evil. It just means that the dynamic has shifted. And sometimes that shift requires a demotion. And it's not necessarily removing someone from your life completely, but changing the role that they play. Maybe they used to be someone you told everything to. Now they may become someone who you simply keep in touch with occasionally. And that, we have to understand that that's okay. Demotion in friendship is often about protecting your peace while still honoring your history. And I want to talk about relationships when it comes to love, because promotion in relationships is very, very sacred. When someone becomes your partner, they move into a deeper space in your life. They gain access to your vulnerability. They gain access to your dreams, your heart. But not everyone who enters your life romantically is meant to stay in that promoted position. And sometimes people reveal through their actions that they cannot hold that level of responsibility. And when that happens, we have to be honest with ourselves, because love without discernment can keep you holding on to people who continuously show you that they cannot honor the role that they were given. And demotion in relationships sometimes look like ending the relationship. Sometimes it looks like moving someone from partner back into an acquaintance. And sometimes it looks like recognizing that someone was just a lesson and not necessarily for you in a lifetime. And that realization can hurt. But baby, pain is not always punishment. Sometimes pain is simply the price of clarity. And I want to go into family because, baby, family hit hard. This is where promotion and demotion becomes the most complicated, because many of us were raised with the idea that family automatically deserves unlimited access to us. But adulthood would teach you something very important. Shared blood does not automatically mean that we have shared wisdom, shared values, or shared respect. Family members can love you and still misunderstand you. They can care about you and still operate in ways that disrupt your peace. And sometimes the most difficult growth in life is learning how to adjust your expectations when it comes to family. Demotion with family does not mean you stop loving them. I want to say that again. Demotion with family does not mean you stop loving them. It just might simply mean you change how much access they have to your personal world. Maybe you stop sharing certain ideas. Maybe you stop seeking validation from people who cannot provide it. Maybe you simply love them from a distance that allows you to remain emotionally healthy. And we got to stop putting that under the umbrella of cruelty or punishment. That is maturity. And then we go into work and titles, because this is where most people first learn the language of promotion and demotion. In professional spaces, promotion often comes with some form of recognition, more responsibility, more authority, more influence. But outside of work, promotion in life often happens quietly. Sometimes your promotion is not a title. Sometimes your promotion is just peace, my baby. Sometimes your promotion is waking up and just realizing that you no longer argue with people who are committed to misunderstanding who you really are. And sometimes your promotion is recognizing that you no longer have to be small to keep others very comfortable. And sometimes your promotion is walking away from environments that you once tolerated, but your presence never felt truly valued in. And demotion can also happen in work environments. You might realize a job that you once desired no longer aligns with who you are becoming. And you might realize that chasing certain titles is not worth sacrificing your mental and your spiritual health. And choosing a different path is not a failure. Sometimes it is the most honest promotion that you can give yourself. And I want to dig a little deeper into the spiritual part, the walk that we have with God, because promotion and demotion also happens to us spiritually. And there are seasons in our life where God will elevate your awareness. He will begin showing you things differently. He will increase your discernment. You will start recognizing patterns in peoples and environment, and even within yourself. And when that spiritual awareness increases, certain things in your life will begin to feel very uncomfortable. Conversations that once entertained you may start feeling empty. Spaces that you once frequented might feel heavy. And people who once had strong influence on your life may start losing that influence. That is not, made up to be any type of coincidence. That is what you call spiritual promotion. And with that promotion comes a responsibility to adjust your life accordingly, because When your spirit grows, certain things simply cannot wait. And some things can't even go with you. And sometimes God will reveal something very humbling in that process. He will show you that the people who will support you the most may not always be the people that you expected. Sometimes the people who celebrate your growth the loudest are the ones who have also known you for a short amount of time. And while people who have known you for years struggle to recognize who you have become, and that process really hurts. But it can also teach you something very important. Longevity does not mean automatic alignment. And alignment matters. Promotion and demotion in life is not about ego. It is about the order of things. It's about making sure that the people, the spaces, influences in your life match the direction and where you are going. Because if you keep trying to carry everything and everyone from your past into your future, eventually the weight will slow you down. And sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is rearrange the structure of your life. And you are not doing any of this out of some type of anger. It's not out of revenge, but out of wisdom. Promotion and demotion is simply just asking a question. Who belongs where? Who has earned deeper access? Who needs less influence? And what part of your life needs to move that the person you are becoming can actually breathe? So, if you find yourself in a season where relationships are shifting, where dynamics are changing, where certain people are moving closer while others are moving away, I don't want you to panic. I don't want you to assume that something is wrong. Sometimes that movement is simply like reorganizing your world so that the right people are standing beside you when the step for you to take is into the next chapter. And my baby, everybody cannot go with you everywhere that you are going. And that's not, them being rejected. It's just some form of placement. All right, so I'm doing something a little different. I'm recording these podcast episodes. So if you are listening to me on Apple, Spotify, anywhere that you are listening to the podcast, you can now go to YouTube and you can view this now. So for anything that is a video version, you'll get the visual version if you just prefer to watch it through YouTube. Also, I want you guys to use the feature. Go to my website, www.seasondialogue.com, and go to podcast, go down to Season Dialogue, and there is this little prompt that you can use. You can record audio if you have any questions, if it's something on the podcast that you want to hear about. If you have a question, we're going to talk about it. You do not have to leave your name. You don't have to identify yourself, but I will need your email address for this to go through so you can send it. And I do, once you send your audio, you are giving me permission to use your audio in the podcast episodes thus far. It has been absolutely wonderful. Y'all have given me some very engaging topics, some very good questions that have been asked. So I am happy and elated about that. And I'm just thankful that you guys are, here. I'm always trying to, do something new. And so if this aligns with you, if you like the visual version of the podcast, let me know, and I'll definitely ensure that I include this version for you who like audio. Hey, my babies, we are here. So thank you. I hope the promotion and demotion podcast episode was clarity for your soul. Many times again, we have to decide on whether people have the space to stay in our lives or if it's time to move on. And listen, I don't want you to feel any type of way, because life moves in the direction in which it moves for you. And a severed tie does not mean that it is a destroyed relationship. It just means that you are moving into a different space in your life, and we can still be cordial with folks. We can still love them. We can still identify with certain things that we loved and liked about those people, but life goes on, and so does growing. All right, my baby. All right. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace.